State witness in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial, Madlala, has testified that he has no knowledge of the person responsible for the murder of the late footballer. Madlala has been cross-examined at the High Court sitting in Pretoria, and that's where we find Zikhona Chona to give us a debrief of events as they happened throughout the morning into the afternoon. Zikhona.
So him telling the court that he does not know who killed Senzo Meyiwa comes at the back of his statement yesterday, telling the court that Senzo had pinned one of the intruders against the door or the wall, and thereafter he came in and punched this intruder in the face, and then a gunshot went off. At that point, he went to hide out in one of the bedrooms, so he could not have seen. He says he could not have seen who fired that shot that ultimately killed Senzo Meyiwa. So he's been questioned about his statement yesterday, where he was detailing his movements up to the point where they reached the hospital and were told that Senzo Meyiwa did not make it. But Advocate Sipho Ramusepele is really concerned about Madlala identifying accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, who's his client, as one of the intruders on that day, saying he was the second intruder. He was tall and wearing a hoodie. So he's been questioned about the features of this intruder. He says the intruder had an O-shaped beard, but the accused then raised his hand in court to say he's never had an O-shaped beard. He actually invited Madlala to come closer, and he says the shape of his beard today in court is the shape that he has always consistently has. Tumelo then responded to say he considers this accused as an enemy and would never go anywhere close to him. Advocate Ramusepele is really asking him, how then were you able to so confidently say that this is the person who was at the house if he was wearing a hoodie? Then Madlala responded to say at some point in the night he did take off his hoodie and he saw him very clearly. He does tell the court that he has never been to any ID parade with the accused before. Court were paraded before him. He says the first time he saw them was in fact in a newspaper. A newspaper was brought to him by Senzo Meyiwa's brother, Senzo Meyiwa, who said, "Please tell me who killed my brother." And at that point, if you remember, it was still COVID-19 when the 5 suspects were arrested, and he says he couldn't have been able to identify him given the fact that they were covered in masks, all of the accused.
Okay, thank you very much, Zikhona Chona.